Mic test. Okay, the mic's good. Okay, the mic is good. Let me pop that here. Okay. So basically, what this channel is going to be about is I need a place to review my trades and also keep myself in check to see if not to see where I'm making problems and what I'm doing wrong, and basically also just a kind of free place to save my videos, so I don't have to clog up my PC's memory. And I'm sharing this because I think maybe some people, if anybody manages to actually see this, maybe they get some value out of it. So, the format is going to be free for all. I'm basically going to be just streaming, and then on the weekends, I'm going to be going over some of the key highlights or mistakes or basically trades that I think I need to go over and see what I did wrong and what I did right, etc., etc., just to try to make myself learn faster. I have been trading for a while, obviously unsuccessfully because I'm trading on demo. I have had some success. I've made some money. I've lost some money, but overall, I am not happy where I am with my trading. So hence why I created this channel, because I want to improve on that. So I am going to be trading on what is an update? That's nice. I'm going to be trading on MetaTrader 5. I'm going to be checking also different time frames on the macro on TradingView, because I don't know, I just think it looks better. I'm basically going to use the MetaTrader to execute trades, more or less. Okay, obviously going to be trading the Nasdaq basically. Let's open a little small position just to see if the software works. Yes, it does. What is the thing? Okay, everything works. Now we just need to wait for some better setups. I am going to be mainly trading price action. Not mainly, I'm only going to be trading price action. I think for me it's the best style to trade. For now, I don't see any trade yet, so we're just going to sit and wait until something more favorable happens. Now it looks like we tried to push in this gap. I don't usually like to trade the. Do we have a TR? We don't need this. Can we get volume? Usually don't like to trade. I don't like to trade the first bar of the open. I think this is the open, right? Or did the market open here? What time is it in the US right now? Because I haven't been. Yeah, it should be open now. Only now. Sometimes the time zones change. I'm not from the US or in that area. I'm from EU, so sometimes they change, and it's weird that they change here in a different. It's not like everything happens in one day or something. I don't know, but sometimes it's weird. The trading time changes, and it doesn't. But now it's okay. So it's the same as normal. So, and I believe maybe on 2:30 or 8:30 New York time they had some news. So now it looks like we're trying to fill out this gap. Also, maybe it looks like a two leg pullback, one pullback two, and then maybe we're going to go for like a basically a measured measured move from here. See how that looks on a little bit bigger picture. Yeah, we're making kind of a breakout move to the upside also on the hourly charts. This looks like a wedge triangle, right? Or like this, and then the triangle from the bottom. Still, you have to wait for something to happen more. Could set up a buy order above this candle. Let's see. Stop should be here. How many points? Looks about right. It's gonna be 5 lots. I put stop here. And we're gonna go with a buy stop order. What's the remaining counter? Okay, 10 seconds. Let's see. I'm gonna put it a little bit above here. Just like this. And let's see. Wanted to tick above this bar. That gives me a little bit better probability. It's possible that it's gonna make another leg down. But for now, I think it's okay. Let's try to get the stop loss in. Stop loss should be 722. Okay, we're tagged. So we can put it like this, around 500. That is also my risk that I will usually use. Around 500 bucks. So for now, I would say this is a reasonable target. We could go also for the 20s, close to 26, because it's a psychological level as well. It's also a measured move if you take it from this top. I want to see what price shows here, and also if we have some movement towards my preferred side in the next few bars. If not, I like to get out because that mean usually if there is momentum, there is momentum. If there's not, from my back testing, probability goes down significantly the more price starts to consolidate when I enter. So it's rather to take a small win or small loss and just wait for a new opportunity. I would say it's reasonable to go for close to the 26. Let's do 26. 85, something like this, just to see what happens. Also, for now, what we see on TradingView, it kind of probably with the spread, it came on the open of this candle, I would say. So it's completely reasonable. yesterday. Yesterday was a big day up. It's like we just rallied straight from the open. It's a pretty nice day. Is today going to be the same? Probably not. Well, you never know. Could be. I'm thinking about this pattern over here. You know, this big triangle that's been forming since November. And all-time highs are 26.76, at least what I see on here, something like that. So possibly hitting 26 today is not that unrealistic. What was the news? Inflation rate. Everything's the same. I'll give it 3 more bars. If it doesn't start doing something, it's unreasonable for me to hold it. Okay. I think it hears me. I think it hears me. What was yesterday's high? We broke it. Okay. We broke it. We were hovering actually yesterday's high. It's okay. We're talking okay. It's exactly there. That would be interesting. Yeah, and this bar closed like right at the high. Let's see if we can get some closes above yesterday's high. Okay, and so we're seeing maybe we're gonna have some one leg two. Then we should get to this point. Maybe we're gonna get some stronger move here. Maybe we start the count again. Let's see. Or you get like stronger close above this area. It's reasonable to take the stop here, I believe. For now, the stop still stays here. Gotta see how this bar closes. Because what usually you like to see in more bigger momentum, it can be that it slows down. Like this candle is big, this candle is smaller, this candle is smaller. Maybe this candle is going to be bigger again, or the next one. But usually that means something, right? There is less people actually buying. The pressure is easing off, as you would say. Right? So, let's see if we get a push and a nice close above this. I'll take the stop to here. That's close above yesterday's high. That's a strong push here. So technically new structure. One pullback two. Sometimes you just get a measure move. Sometimes you like there's different types of ways to look at measure moves, right? Now I'm just taking this previous data, and then later maybe if we get something here, then yeah, okay, doesn't look good at the moment, but we only take the information how it is once we see the bar actually close. But yeah, there's definitely some sellers at that high. Looks like it. Matter of fact, the fact that I don't like this little pullback, I'm going to put stop here already. Still going to be risk on. It's not going to be a risk off trade, but it's going to be a lot. I would say 1/3 off, because this is oh yeah, look, it's not favorable in my opinion. Also, we don't want to get whipsaw. We don't want to immediately start shorting. This could be a double top into a new trend, but I actually would like to see the downtrend form for us to jump in shorts, because I would say that previous bias here it's more of a uptrend, if I would say so myself. It is what it is. I usually like to give it at least 2 3 tries, depending on how much risk I've already lost. I don't try to overtrade anymore. The goal with this demo trading is to I've taken some time off from trading because I kind of just got mentally I wouldn't say burnt out, but I just got mentally exhausted from everything in my life. So I'm just demo trading right now until I can save up some money to buy a fee for a funded challenge. Because in my opinion, that's the best way to scale your trading. You just need to do it with the companies that are big, like the biggest in the industry, because there's a lot of scams and shit around, especially with trading. I think that's not the biggest problem with trading, is that because it's such a taboo type of profession. It is a profession. You can do it professionally 100%. There's a lot of people. Like, what the fuck do you think your banks are doing? Like all the people in the stock exchanges, and especially nowadays, there's a lot of people just at home, somewhere in an apartment, trading the type of money you wouldn't even believe. But there's because it's due with finances, there's so much shit online about it, and the fact that there's not like this shit doesn't get taught in schools, right? And that's also for a reason, because you need to understand money to be able to kind of make, especially if you're long term investing, which I believe that a lot of people who start out with trading and they are successful, they trade maybe for a living, but they take profits from trading and they invest in long term. So eventually they can have a choice even if they want to trade or not. They do it more for fun, or as it's something that they like to do. I don't know where I was going with this, but anyways, we got up down bar, but also it's kind of basically a doji bar, right? Doesn't have to be like this to be a doji, right? It has the same properties, just a bigger doji bar. Buyers push the price up, sellers start to sell, buyers start to buy low. It's a trading range bar. Obviously, it's closed bearish, so that's not favorable, but still, it's more of a trading range at this point than anything. Also, with this, now that we have a little bit more information, I would say it's just up, down, up, down, up. So it's trading range. Still keeping my trade on, at least for now. I need a bit more info. I want to see either the high or the low getting broken off this past candle, and then I'll see how it reacts. Right? Because the idea still holds. I mean, the stop here is technically not reasonable anymore because we didn't close above this point. The stop should be here, but because we had this big wick here, I am not comfortable anymore with holding a stop below the open bar. It's possible that we're going to get tagged out and it actually goes our way, but that's just the risk that I have to take. Okay, looks like we are about to close. Getting little bounces back up from the EMA is actually a little bit of a good sign. But yeah, this is the fucking market. Anything can happen. Let's see. It's also most likely that the price wants to go here, right? Big if we close below this moving average. What you have left? 18 seconds. The thing is also with charts, you have to kind of look at what's happening real time and reassess it basically every bar, right? You also have to kind of think rationally about it. Say we had a rejection here, because God knows why, right? Doesn't matter if it, I mean, it does matter. You can take that into account that it's yesterday's high, but it really doesn't matter because anything can happen. Like right now, you don't know what the fuck's happening. Trump or Marco Rubio or Powell or somebody can put out a fucking tweet or a speech, you know, and boom. Either way, it goes up or down, or doesn't matter. So let's say that we had a pullback here because we had some sellers here, right? Then we had another try at the same height, and we don't go as deep, and we start going up again, and then we go to that area, and we have a small and a small. So what's happening is that the sellers are getting filled, but there are still more buyers pushing the price higher. I don't think that's going to be the case at the moment. Looks like we are going to get stopped. Yeah, I'm gonna close it. Just because it's more likely to go there than not. If it does rebounds and try to go there, we can just always re-enter. Really makes double bottom here and then it goes. But it's fine. We have to just sit tight and wait. Do I think the trade was bad? I mean, I don't think it was bad. For now, there's not enough information to go long or go short because now it's just up, down, up, down. Well, we might have actually made a mistake. Yeah, we probably should have waited until the bar closes. But it's still not closed. So, but it is possible that have this double bottom and this if it closes like higher like that, then it's a decent looking signal bar. I mean, this one also wasn't a bad one. Yeah, for now I kind of just want to sit on my hands, as you would say. Just want to wait for more info. Okay. So just closed the hourly candle. Yeah. Happy, sad. Happy, sad. Let's see what we're doing. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 bear candles in a row. I mean, it could be that they're just in this like 100-ish, 120-ish, 120 point like trading range. It's real. There's a real possibility. There's also a possibility that we can go down. In my opinion, if we do go down, we should go down. I mean, at least to 500 somewhere, right? I would say this area. What do we see on the far? Yeah, definitely somewhere here. If we do get a strong pull down, you don't want to be biased ever when you trade. Also, this information, it's relevant and it's also irrelevant. That's the I think that's a thing that I like the most about this profession, that you need to take into account all these types of levels, right? But at the end of the day, the market does what it does, and it's chaos. Yeah, so we would have been stopped out, so we saved ourselves about $250. So pretty good. Okay, we are moving down. Do I want to jump on board if it goes even bigger than this? For now, no. For now, I just want to watch. I want to watch. Also, I need to take into account if I would enter, the stop is either here or if it's a real big bar, maybe above that one. This is 60 points. This is about 100 points. So I would say if I would enter somewhere here or around this area, I would still have my 5. Might want to put a sell stop order here, just in case it starts to fall, you know. And also I want to really check this bar out until it closes. I want to see how it behaves. Just I'm gonna put it like here, and for now I'm just gonna stay here. Actually, I'm putting it way away from it, just so we don't get tagged at the little bottom and then a possible reverse, and then we get trapped. I'm just putting it basically here, so I don't have to go the right click, so I save myself some seconds. For now, I want to really see what this bar is about. So I want to put like a 15-minute time frame here. Maybe a double top, boom, into the 500s. Would be a nice move. No, see, this is why you don't want to Obviously, we don't know if it's still gonna close bearish. It can close bullish, but this is the reason why I don't like to jump the gun unless there's like real strong. Like every few ticks, there's a new price in one direction. Then I do enter. But if it's like this and it bounces, I don't want it. Could you take that as a signal bar for a bullish buy? I don't think so. Yeah. I think he rejected the EMA, but also rejected this zone where the news were. If I want to enter, I want to wait for like a nice strong bull bar, and then I put a buy stop above it. But yeah, for now, just like basically bear close on top of bear close. It's a bit confusing at the moment. I am leaning towards a short right now. But also it just looks like kind of a trading range for now. There's no real move yet. Could short below this bar. Maybe get a like a measured move here, and possibly look for a little bit bigger extension, maybe two legs, and we go like this to like 600. I just need to see what happens. Looks like we're rejecting from the EMA. I also gotta remember some days there's just nothing. And that's just it. And the harder you try, the more money you lose. I don't know, this doesn't look like a. There's a lot of wicks on both ends. I want to see something that gives some kind of significance. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it like that. Well, actually, I think I'm just gonna sell the market here. I'm gonna put the stop. Technically, it should be here, but I don't want it to go. It needs. I'm gonna put it here, and then So first I needed to actually break. So basically what I wanted to do is to break. Then there's going to be a second leg. Yeah, it needs to be somewhere here. Just set it at 500 for now. It's possible that this is going to be a trading range. If it starts to develop into one, I'm just going to call it a day. So let's put it. Let's give it just a 1 to 2 for now. Also, I like to add. This isn't what I didn't mention. I like to add to my positions because it also, first of all, I do it in a way that the risk is the same. So I add where quote unquote I think is more safe to add, and I've already minimized some of the risk because of the price action. What if the price action tells me to minimize the risk on my original position? I do that, and then if there is a possibility to add, I add it, and then the total sum of the new risk is still the same as the original position, but the reward is much bigger. Also, I know that the probability goes down, but from my backtesting, it shows that I can generate a lot more profit by doing that. Basically, I have more days than where I have smaller losses, but then there are some days where I have significant wins that outweigh those losses. I think the TP is completely in bounds of reasonability. If we just look at the higher time frame, kinda maybe this is like a wedge, right, or a trading range. So maybe we're going to go to the lows of the trading range. Maybe not. But for now, the most recent, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, half hour. Every single bar has went up, which is technically not good, and then went down and closed bearish. So right now we're kind of in a, I would say, a bear micro channel. If you check the 1 minute chart, right, it's just a bearish channel. Also, if you look at it, that this could potentially be a trading range, then what you would say is that I'm making a big mistake by selling at the low of the trading range, and I should be buying. But because this is what concerns me about the situation that I see now. Obviously, my opinion can change, and it should change based on more information given. For now, I think it's pretty reasonable to sell there. Basically, what we're looking for now, for more, certainty, which if you want to be a trader, you have to accept that there's no such thing. I would say one strong break here and strong break here. And then the next one would probably be yesterday, so like this zone. Right? Or maybe this low. Where's the, that's actually a good point. Where's the UK okay, this is just like the overnight low or the low of the day. Where's the UK session? Yeah, so these are the lows from the UK session. For now, I think short is okay. Obviously not as confident as I would want it to be, but not every day you get those type of days. from what I see now, also I probably have maybe hour 10 left in my trading session. It doesn't look like a slam dunk, good momentum there. It can still be. It can still be. But we just need to wait. I'm gonna take a small break. 5 minutes. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And okay, we're seeing some movement. That's good. We broke those places quite nicely. Looks like the bars are getting bigger. Are those exhaustion bars? I don't know. We have to see. For now, doesn't look like we have a good place to add. We're touching the low of the day. And yeah, this is the overall low of the day. We have to see what happens here. I mean, this measure move to be. I mean, yeah, it's possible that we'll land somewhere in there. So right now, there's for the position that we have open, or not we, for the position that I have open. There's two things that I need to do two things basically, and they're kind of the same thing based on the price action. So I need to find a place where I can minimize my risk, and if that happens, that I can also add. Right? Let's just see. We can close below here, and we should be all set. Also, there is a possibility that we just don't retrace until the end of the move. I've seen this happen so many times that I've seen this happen a lot of times actually. And then the people who don't enter when it's, you know, they're waiting for the pullback, but there is no. And then they enter on the pullback, but the price is falling so much that that's not pullback, that's the low of the day, or that's the start of the consolidation. That happened. That can happen a lot too, and that gets you pissed off, and then you get stuck in that little tail, trying to make a profit. At that point, you see that happening, it's just better to fuck off. Okay, seeing the price candles are actually getting bigger. So this is what happens. Is like here to short is high uh, high risk, high reward, right? So, but to start shorting here is a lot better risk or better probability that the is worse risk. There's higher probability that the price actually going to go more down. What I want to see is maybe a bit of a retracement and then an opportunity to sell, and then we get the a better version of the measure move, right? So I want what we would like to see a little bit of a retracement. That would be like the ideal condition. And I'm not asking it. I'm not thinking that that's going to happen. Anything can and will happen. I would like to see the price move up. Boom. Take my stop loss down. It starts going here. We get a nice pattern. We see something that resembles a continuation. And we short some more. And then we take profits on both positions at the same measure move target. And we're done. And then we are done. I'll be like, you know, trading day. For now, looks bearish. Bearish as hell. At least in my opinion. And we have this big gap here. And we have to also mark, just to not see, like, the thing is I'm not expecting things to happen here. I just mark these places up just to see if actually something happens. Also, this is also a good place. Not a bad, the worst place. This little, we can see it in TradingView better. This thing, because it is the first pullback of this big push, but I don't think it's as significant as this actual area here. Basically, I want to put down 3 lines, because in my opinion these are the next significant places where the price could reject, consolidate, bounce off from, and form a new trend, rather go big down, big up. Anything can happen, guys. In this game, you just gotta be now the question is, because we have come so far down, we're almost bouncing somewhere in between one risk. Do we want to sit through the price going up 1 times, 2 times, and stopping us out? I don't think that that's reasonable. You could be like, oh, but yeah, you need to just stay in it and blah blah blah. I would say this is reasonable. A bit above this is okay. Above this 50-minute candle. What did we get? We get about half that risk, you know. Which, if it does go up there, fine. Even if it goes up there and then comes back down and hits a TP, it's fine, because I minimize the risk. Because sometimes it goes up there and it just it doesn't stop, it just goes. I've been through a lot of different emotional roller coasters with this profession, and I know how it can be. And I think the only real way to emotionally accept this is to just truly, really accept that anything could happen in this moment. I've seen so many ridiculous things happen, and sometimes they happen with such speed and volatility that you're just left in shock, anger, and you don't know what to do with it. So you kind of try to fight it or something, right? I think a lot of people who are more ambitious in life, they have this instinct that they want to fight, they want to fight, and you blow your account. And then when you're kind of back to some kind of emotional equilibrium, you are just stuck there with this feeling of self disgust because you were not in control. So we had the first kind of bullish candle in what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't count this, 7, 8 candles. Question is, do I want to short here? I might have to. What do I short there? At what size? That's the next question. We would like to short below this candle. And our stop was around here. It's 160 odd points. Yeah, something like that. 160 points. 270. So the math would be something like this. 270, we have the risk now. So we have 230 divided by 160. We would, yeah, we would have to sell one or two lots. I think we can do 1.5 here, can we? Oh, we can. Yeah. Is it 1.5? Okay, we can sell 1.5 lots, so it's fine. I think, let me check if I'm correct. Let's put 700 just to see. Yeah, we a bit over that 500. Well, let's do 250 here, 250, 45 here. Or same risk. That's if we go there. I'm gonna put it. I need to see more. This is could be like a triangle, small triangle. This could be also the exhaustion of the completion of the move. There's not enough information right now to really judge. We are hovering a bit below the low of the day, so that's fine. So what I want to do now here is delete this order, put two lots here for now, and I want to keep a sell stop order below the low of the previous bar. Because in a lot of cases, what I see happening is, I don't know if we can maybe find a quick. Do we have a quick example or no? So basically, yeah, the same thing here. You would put put it here, right? This would be a pullback. You would put it the sell stop here. You will make money, right? It does this. You keep your sell stop here, and you keep it here, and then you get triggered, right? And you make money. Same thing. We get this. You put the sell stop here or in here bar, and you make money. I mean, it's easy to look back and see, right? Real time is more difficult, but that's basically the idea. Sometimes you don't get the entry, sometimes just the reverses, but that's fine. That is fine. Because in these types of cases, what traders actually want to do is they want to sell at the highest point of the pullback. That's the best thing to do, is to sell at the highest point of the pullback. I increase the size because I'm betting that I'm going to be able to get a bit higher price, which would take down the potential risk of it, right? Have 2 minutes in this bar. Okay, so looks like we're gonna get, yeah, we got tagged in. So preferable situation is that this pushes down lower, and we can put stops here. second option. Price starts to consolidate, and I shall close all of the positions and finish the day. You can sell there. If you want more probability, you might want to wait for all of this to break and then sell there with a stop. I don't really mind. I'm probably gonna finish in 35 minutes, something like that. One measure move from here would be strong. Be real strong. So far, no strong conviction of further movement down. But neither is up. Kind of sideways. Yeah, maybe we can take. I mean, it still should be close to our profit target. And what I thought about is maybe we can take the actual measure move from the breakout bars, right? So we take these two bars or the strong bars, and then we exactly will land into this area of interest. Obviously, we just need to see what the price gives us. So there are two measure move targets for now. The big, more on where the probability is a bit lower is that this, all of this, is a measured move. And we have the second, which I think is more likely to happen, is if we take these two strong breakout bars. I think that's more likely. Also, it's around yesterday's big push. Testing that area, I think, is reasonable. So it's also more or less, I think, where we have it's a low area where we have set our profit targets. Well, 1.2k on the risk, around two, well, 460 on the loss, or I mean 1.2 for the profit and 460 on the loss. How will I make the decision, either enter or exit, based on what happens if the price goes here? Based on the price action, I will just go and check how it reacts there. Didn't close. We didn't close above here. Next bar opened up extremely bullish. Could be a wedge into a essentially, which is a trading range, but the trading range is so big that you can say that there are bull and bear trends inside both. That's what could be unfolding based on this bar. Obviously, you can't tell. You're going to be able to tell if that's going to happen way later to be more sure. Would I buy here? No, not yet. Maybe after 2-3 bars, then a bit of a pullback. Yeah. I would say even if we go here, we're going to go back here to go out at a break even here and a profit over here before we actually do go up further. Or this could be the nice inside outside bar setup that creates a bigger push downwards. We are also getting close to the last minutes of this hourly candle, and which basically is going to determine how this hourly candle closes. Obviously, we would, because we're short, we would like to close strong on the downside. And the thing is, I don't even think I'm gonna take the risk here. Just gonna wait and see what it does if it goes back to touch the EMA and then decide if I need to close it or not. See, the thing is with trading that it's heavily, is ostracized the right word? Gamified. I don't know. I'll try to explain. It's, you know, the clips that you see on your mobile device. That's not most days. I would say the average trader most days is a little bit. And then maybe 1 or 2 times out of the week, he gets that, I would say, that good trade, that good slam dunk, you know, that bigger trade. And depending if he's like intraday trading or basically trading on a smaller time frame, right? You would say that he would then make that. But I think most of the time that's not what's happening to most traders. Like you know, also online is a weird place. A lot of people just there's a lot of people. When you watch them, it seems like, oh my god, they're just winning, but you know that just mathematically that's impossible. They never seem to see. You never seem to see that they lose, which is odd, right? Okay, we have a nice big bullish candle here. Is that gonna be start of a that big? I don't want to exit yet based on one bar though. I don't think that's not reasonable because the next bar could just be the same size down. But it is big. It's really big. What? How does the 1 hour look now? It doesn't look the best. If anything, yeah, if anything, I should probably the best odds for me to make some profit at this point is to I want to short like okay that's a big bar but like I don't know. I need to see. I want to see how this one closes. In these usually in these types of cases where there is a strong what's it called strong bear trend, usually the first what's it called first touch to the EMA is a rejection. If it's gonna break the lows, that's not the certain, but usually the first touch is a type of rejection. Thing is, we don't have much risk left on the table. Yeah, I'm gonna do one lot here. And then possibly look for an exit here. It doesn't break fast. Also, I probably gonna be like maybe trading like 15 to 20 minutes more. Let's see if we get a tag. So we had a big bull bar, but as of now, where is the follow through? Where's the follow through? Where is the follow through? Okay, the hour one closed. You know, it's so confident. We rejected half an hourly bar. But once you take a look here, also starts to look more. Where we have to go down. Yeah, from what I see here. You gotta be optimistic, but at this point, no, we get another bigger bar. Not a bigger, but like very bullish, nice bullish bar. Just have to take the loss. Take it early. It's interesting how that bar had so much movement, but the follow through is. I mean, yeah, they're getting the minimum. They're getting the. Yeah, it's a bullish bar, but like, look, that big green bar, and at least the next bar doesn't yell, "Oh, I'm Mr. Confident." So potentially it looks like a one, like two, and we're probably gonna get stopped out. That's what it looks like, at least now. I'm gonna take this one, put it up. Stuck in the reverse here, failed. Like two into the lows. I am going to go AFK for like 5 minutes, and maybe 10 minutes. I need to grab some food, so I have to go to work later. So I'm back. Yeah, it doesn't look like doesn't really look favorable. I'm gonna sit here for a few more bars and then probably close it. This doesn't scream anymore. Big bear day. Yeah, I'm getting out. So went today, went minus 440 and some change. It's all right. I think I did good on the mental analysis here. I'm gonna be online tomorrow, same time. And yes, see you guys later.